Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and today we have a special end of the year, bye bye 2020, hello 2021 type of show. Um, Unfortunately, Niema couldn't be here. The aliens came and they hijacked her, and well, I don't know when she's coming back, so she has left on an airplane, and well, we don't know when she'll be back again. However, in her place, I do have two other people who are part of Unexplained Possibilities. The woman behind the scenes, I should have said the queen behind the scenes. Ooh, I like that. I might edit that. Anyway, of course, I'm talking about the one, the only Angie K.
Hi.
That's it, just hi.
Yes, I mean, what else?
And also with us is, of course, that Texas witch herself, Bonnie Woodruff.
Hey,
So, how are you ladies doing tonight?
bah humbug? No, I'm good.
Bah humbug. That doesn't sound. Just
No, I'm good. No, Solstice has me quite busy. Busy.
okay. Oh, excuse me. As long as you're good, though. What about you, Angie?
Well, you know that I had only 40 minutes sleep and it's 2 something a.m. here, so you can make your picture. I'm tired.
Well, thank you for being up super, super, super early or super, super, super late, depending on how you look at it. Oh, and also, hello, Jenny and Alicia. How are you ladies today? A lot of ladies. A lot of ladies. Seriously, I need some more testosterone one of these days.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's why you should search for more male guests.
I try to. They don't want to come on. No, actually, it's weird. It's weird because women seem to just be more open about these type of things for whatever reason. I don't know why, but maybe you guys just need, well, no, I can't say you need less concrete proof because Angie, you're just like, you're very like, I don't know, I need to see so I can't even say that. I'll just say it's my boyish charms that draws the ladies in.
there you go.
Well, just don't do the voice because Bonnie will start crushing on you again.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Hello.
For those of you who don't know, oh, and I'm actually happy you kind of mentioned that. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, I did a little sexy voice,
Mm,
and Bonnie, she kind of melted on us, which was
I
very
did.
interesting.
I swooned.
So if you
I was
actually,
not expecting.
Well, look at her. She's beautiful right now and is going
Well,
there again.
I've always looked at him like a brother, and then this voice, and I'm going, whoa. One more time.
so if you guys
It
would
was just
actually
unexpected.
like to see that reaction of hers, it's on our Facebook page. It's Yapping at Midnight, which brings me to this because I want to say this. So the Yapping at Midnights, I decided are now going to be home 100% on Facebook, and I'm going to try to do those maybe every other Friday. And of course, it's going to be somewhat at night, but that's what I want to do for that for the upcoming year, which I hope there's. Oh, yeah, the voices are just audio mess. So that's what you're hearing, Jenny. Um, so anyway, with the Yapping at Midnight's officially home on Unexplained Possibilities Facebook page, and I'm gonna try to set it up at least one every other Friday, and then on Unexplained Possibilities, what I want to do is at least have one podcast a month at the very least, and I want to have at least three little special many things. So, for instance, hopefully, Bonnie, we can get back to your
Whoa.
tarot.
But I just
Everybody makes fun
sorry,
of the way I say it.
and sorry, but I think Melvin, you should also do
There you go.
tarot.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Eventually.
I've been telling him this for quite some times, and he's like, "No, I'm not good enough for
Yes, he
this."
is. He really is. Who taught you? Hello. No, I'm sorry.
Eventually.
Oh.
Let me
Yeah.
finish with
So humble.
my announcements before I forget everything. But yeah, so hopefully we can get back to Bonnie's Tarot to at the start of the month, middle of the month podcast, and also towards the middle, going to the end of the month, maybe a fool's journey, which I have some saved up, or a too crazy to believe, which I have something for that as well, and then of course always end it on in case you missed it. So I think that's how we're going to schedule it going forth. Also, you're going to see a difference with the podcasting quality. It should go up next year. I'm experimenting with a few different things, trying to make it work. And, well, either my computer's going to blow up or it's going to work. So, either or, we'll find out.
It's gonna blow.
Yeah, the computer might blow up from it.
Oh Lord, let's hope not.
Yeah,
No, we're
oh,
gonna manifest you a big, nice computer. How about that?
that would be very, very nice. Oh my gosh, yes. So, um, yeah, so I think that's it with the announcements. So, let's jump into things. Like, let's get into it. So, this was kind of a little last minute thing, but then not last minute, but also last minute. And recently, this conjunction happened, and we are now in the age of Aquarius, which is supposed to be an age of enlightenment, spiritual growth, and good lord, after this freaking year, we all need it.
Yes,
So, what are
that's
your
for
thoughts
sure.
on this, guys?
Mm. What on the 8th?
On entering the age of Aquarius, this conjunction, where do you think it's going to have an effect on anything? Is this
Well, as
legit?
I said off camera before we started, we are not going to live through any improvement, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, I definitely believe in the zodiac and everything, and I know that it has a lot of influence and such, but I don't know. I mean, I guess 2020 has been such a shit show that, I mean, it's got
Yeah,
to get
like
better.
everything is going to look like improvement, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got toilet paper. We're doing great.
Yes.
Knock on wood, because I have people telling me, like, oh, just wait, it's coming. I'm going, oh God, do I need to start stocking up now? Do I need to be that person now instead of,
Now,
yeah.
fun little thing about the toilet paper. I actually have about, because I buy in bulk, I have about 100 rolls, so I'm good for a minute.
Well, we know where we're coming to poop.
Yeah, I mean, if the shit hits the fan, Melvin is going to open.
Like, no pun intended.
Yes, no pun intended. He is going to open a freaking black market with toilet paper.
Oh man, yeah, you could be like the, what would it be, like the dungeon master of toilet paper?
Oh my gosh. But, well, no, it's not that. I just happen to buy everything in bulk. It's cheaper in the long run, lasts longer, so, that's just how I am. And
And how I know Melvin, he buys the high quality toilet
yes,
paper,
it
like
is
so many
quality.
layers.
You don't
Ooh,
want
you don't
this
buy that
cheap
cheap.
stuff. Why would you cheat
You don't.
yourself?
You're like that. I don't know why, but that little bear in the commercial comes out. I have no fuzzies.
Like, so Okay, but anyway, getting back to this conjunction thing. So you're both like, well, if something's gonna happen, probably we won't see it.
Right. I have a friend that she was telling me today that she has her Saturn return in Capricorn course, like, and it makes everything kind of like on steroidish.
Hmm.
Um, you have like, well, it's usually like towards your 30s or something, but if you haven't had one, you probably have, or you probably just had one, Melvin, and it's kind of like a weird, chaotic, enlightening year. So you have to look into it. It's interesting, the Saturn return.
Okay, so I'll check it out, see what's up. So, but
I did, though. Speaking of all the, I mean, I'm talking on a different level of it, but I got this,
Oh, look
oh,
at it.
and
That's
you
so
wow.
put it to
cool.
you put it to your cell phone, and I've already checked it. I haven't used it at night yet, but I'm so excited to because I mean, like it's really the reviews are great on Amazon, and I've already hooked it and just kind of looked, and I could see like up in tree limbs from right here earlier. So
Oh,
that was pretty cool.
you're going from a
Hmm.
paranormal investigator to a UFO hunter.
The same.
It's a
But
bit of
if
a
you never
difference.
They're
look,
all they're all scary. Well,
Oh,
no, okay, I'm not scared of the others, but they're similar.
oh,
Yeah.
maybe. It depends. So, but yeah, if you capture any good footage, be sure to send it my way.
Yes. Yes. Will do.
And watch
Oh,
out
I
for
have
the
been making
animals.
something.
Wait, what?
I have been making something.
Really?
Mhm. I'm okay. They are going to be, um, gosh, well, scrying mirrors. They do not have the black on them yet, but they're in the rough. But I'll be putting sigils onto them. So this one is, what is this one? This one's like not an 8 by 10. I think maybe I don't know. Anyway, it's bigger. And then now these are made, and then I have this special concoction that I put in it. It's got the abyss dirt that I made on Samhain, as well as other things that are added into the paint. Then I'll put the black layer on. Then I'll put more of the dirt. And so I'm going to be sending these to some people. I guess you can kind of guess who these will go to.
yes.
Yes.
And this one's
That's
actually, I can't know if you can't see the dirt really well. Well, yeah, you can there.
yeah. Now on this one, I can see it, not on the previous one, but this one is visible.
Yeah. So it's going to be on the back, so it's going to be hidden. So you just see the real pretty front. But when you
Mhm.
have the black underneath it and you start scrying with like a candle and incense, ooh yeah,
That's
I'm
really
excited about
cool.
these. And I'm going to
And
scry.
what
Yeah, and
and
I
what
will.
type
I
of
will.
dirt is it?
I call it a Bister. It's one that I made when we did the Dark Art Summit on Halloween,
Mhm.
and when EA did his teaching on jump, allowing yourself to step into the abyss. Um, I kind of plunged on it, and I took it from the ashes. I took some. I had also used it used some of the necromancy dirt that I had used the previous night for my our little necromancy ritual with the other guys from ODD, the Order of Defiant Darkness, that I'm part of now. And yeah, and so and then I added a couple of other little things. Um, my friend that does um, what is belladonna botanicals. She does like makes witchy elixirs and potions. I put some of the other stuff is, so I took a grinder and ground down like crystal and amethyst and put it into the dirt. I got it real fine, but then I'll be putting chunks of it in there too. So this has got all kinds of clairvoyant type and psychic energy feels to it. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait. And then I will be on top of that. Um, what's I will be, I guess, charging them with intent for what, like, some of them will be kind of open to all depths and portals or whatnot. Some of them will be more directed to one energy. And so I'm going to have these tested out and see how they do. And if they're, if other people are getting the same thing that I've gotten from them. Oh, I actually also took little bits and scrappings of me. I'm always fucking up and breaking shit. So one of my best favorite scrying mirrors that I've had for years that I've taken with me to live sci-fi, taken everywhere. Well, it finally went crack on that weekend. Yeah, it went crack on that weekend. But so I took all the, I don't know, I just knew it was like some, well, my guys, my demons that I work with, that like basically I knew to take up the chips and pieces that I could and put it into that Bister, and when I just ground it all up, and yeah.
So in normal with normal mirrors, it says when you break a mirror, you have like 7 years of bad luck. So what happens if you break scrying mirror?
Girl, I'm a witch.
Yeah.
I've already got my bad luck all the time. I'm gonna show you. This is the other. See, this is my oldest, probably my oldest scrying. I have to grab it real quick. But it's funny. This one showed back up the day after I broke my first one. And I remember I had worked on this a long time ago and put that same intent. So this is what it will look like, but it will have this underneath it. So, so imagine this.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think that you'll be able, like, so imagine the smoke and it dark and with the one little, like, candle on it. Yeah. I'm super duper excited.
Okay, right on. You're busy. I didn't know you were that busy. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh, that I'm doing, working on a class that me and 3 other ladies will be teaching when it comes to protection. And that's going to be exciting. So look out for that, because that's going to be an actual class that will be offered with videos and tutorials. I'm writing out. I have my list of ingredients.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Like I'll kind of like just give you a little heads up. Rusty nail, anvil dust, black salt, and spider silk.
I don't know what that entails, but okay.
Protection. It is protection. So if you think about when it comes to, okay, Arcan, which is like the, I guess you'd call her like the web weaver, the spider goddess. See, this is what I was getting at. You sent me on a, sweetness. Angie just sent me on a little, I told her, I was like, you sent me on a free, I said, I couldn't even answer. I got into this, I like was Alice. I fell in a hole and I couldn't get out. And I'm like, all right, like I was looking up, okay, what different kinds, because the Black Widow kind of came up, but then it was like the overall Dark Mother, the Spider Goddess. It's the spider is the web weaver, Arcan, and basically, so think about this silk. You could either entrap things in it that are, and you can take them, you can eat them and use them. But a spider kind of has its own very, very protective side. And I definitely, and that keeps popping up when it comes to the protection with us ladies lately. I've noticed that. So when she pulled that up, I'm going, okay, so this spider thing.
So this wasn't just one thing.
No.
Me, it was.
No. You have, like, everybody has been getting the spider over and over. Barbie Garrett has mentioned it, and it's like phenomenal how much. So start watching for spiders, peeps, because somebody's watching out for you. If you notice some spiders, don't hurt them. Get a little cup and take them outside. Don't be like JS and like want to scream for somebody else to come and squash them.
And you know what's funny? Because the other day I was watering my plants and I grabbed the planter from my shelf, and for some reason I just looked to the soil, to the dirt, and there is so much cobweb in that one plant.
Put it to the side. Keep it.
Well, I'm keeping it there because I'm afraid there is a spider and I'm going to hurt it. So I'm just leaving it like it
Oh,
is.
oh. Well, see, and that's the thing. If it's unbothered and they don't use it or whatever, keep it and use it for yeah, because very good for protection, binding. Spiders can be used for all kinds of things. So yeah,
Oh,
and that's
nice.
going to be interesting. Oh no, I've been so busy. It's like, but then it's like, and then I have a love spell I'm going to be working on for someone, and it's just like because you know how I am about love spells, and I'm going to do it, but it has to be the right one I feel like it will work. And once I get the go ahead in my head to do, I'm like, okay, then. Um, but yeah, and then, you got Christmas and stuff trying to work through all of it. I mean, I've got most of my shopping. None of my,
You're a
well,
last minute shopper, huh?
no, I've got most of it. I have one wrapped, though. Only one.
You should have had this done with months ago.
Are you? Shut up.
No, I'm serious. You get it done over with early, very, very early. Not to mention they mark things up and then they lower them to make it look like it's a sale and it's not really a sale. So you're a last minute shopper in my book. So,
Yeah.
but you're probably better at wrapping things than I am.
Yeah, I'm good at wrapping. Well, I'll start out. I'll have the first ones will look really, really nice. And then about halfway through, I'm getting kind of fed up and tired and like, shit. And then I'm just taping and slapping and I don't even use scissors. I'm ripping with, no, I'm kidding. I do still use scissors, but yeah.
um,
Oh, you should see Melvin's
I just so
wrapping.
happen to have some wrapping here that I was using to wrap some stuff up, and I don't know how I did this. This is it, and I'm trying to figure out how I cut it to where number one, it's not straight, and it's kind of crooked, and I don't know. And it was a lot more than this, but somehow I kept messing up, and I was using all.
Melvin, that is hilarious. Okay, so if I can make a big old thing like this,
Oh, that's pretty
look
good.
semi.
That's
Well,
a
and
giant. Like, how big is that present? That looks enormous.
it's
Okay,
up
so is
to
it flat TV? Is it
no,
a TV screen?
no. It's for my oldest. It's
Don't
a
say
bed.
it. Don't say it. You cannot say it.
Oh, he's not listening, but it's a
Well,
bed.
that makes me feel bad.
What?
But no,
No, he's at work. No, he's at work,
don't say
or he's
it.
asleep, depending on what time.
Yeah, well, don't say what it is. You can't do stuff like that. You just don't do it. Bonnie, I will cut you off.
It's something you put a mattress on. You
I
could put it on
you're
the
lucky
ground,
that I'm not
on
good at that
carpet.
type of stuff because it just, I don't know what you would put a mattress on. Like, just get the freaking thing, put it on, sit down, go to sleep.
Angie, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I I'm
No?
starting to be like, is it freaking bad?
It's a frame.
Okay, so bed frame.
You were
Okay.
supposed to say something. Now I'm going to have to edit this out.
Well, or beep it out. Don't edit it.
No,
Just
Okay.
add little
it's
censoring
going to be
It's
stuff.
so
edited out.
funny. It's so he's gonna edit out, and then I'm cussing, and they're like, "But she cusses," and
Oh, the cursing is fine. That's whatever. But you can't give away Christmas present. You can't do that. Oh my gosh, why would you do that? Oh.
oh,
Anyway, so back to this year coming to an end. Thank God. It's weird because this year, Angie, for you in particular, has you've had a massive spiritual awakening in some
woo.
weird ways. Um,
Well, you can say so.
yeah, you're speaking to your guide. You're getting to know your guides. One of them likes to be called the General. Interestingly enough,
See, we have I don't know if y'all do like this insurance. We have this insurance sales place here called the General, call online, reach the general and something. I don't know that. I used to know the commercial, but every time she calls in the general, I'm like, I'm thinking the little short, squatty cartoon character general.
The general.
And
Yeah.
I know that's not what. Yeah, I know that's
Yeah,
not
and
what's being.
I think he is not pleased. He is
No,
not.
but it's like that's yeah.
Um. Well, God darn it! I just lost my train of thought. Yeah. Anyway, the general, he's popping up. You're doing scrying. You're making oils and candles and all that good stuff. Like, what brought it all on, Angie?
I don't know. That's about it. I don't know. Well, so well, I don't know what to tell you. First of all, I don't make so many oils. You mentioned like yeah, you are making oils as if I was brewing them 24/7, and I literally made like three. You
Yeah,
know, so
but they're cool what you make and they work
Yeah,
and so give yourself some credit. I think it's amazing that you're able to do it. Like I can't do it. I get confused with the stuff. It's like, what and then my other problem is I see the candles. This is so stupid, but I see the candles and everything and I kind of want to bite into them when I see them.
hey, some depending on who makes them, there's some candles out there that people make that are absolutely luscious looking, and you just do, and they smell so good. Um, yeah, like well, like for my segment, working, I ended up using that one whole bottle because it was just with her, it was just I don't know. She was like, I want this and I want this and I want this. And it was like everything that was put in that bottle was like it was made for her. You know what I mean? That oil, like I would
mhm.
call that segment oil at this point. If you remembered all the ingredients, write that down because that would be segment oil.
Yeah, I
Seriously.
have it. I have it written. Don't
Because
worry.
like if you
I do.
ever, yeah, you could definitely list that and label it as an oil for working with segment because boy did it work.
See,
My
Angie?
other friend, yeah, like my other friend has, oh Lord, she she sent me these and they're lovely too. I mean, there's so many ideas, Angie, that you can go with it. Now, I'm probably going to trip you out. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Hold on. So this one is called um, Shadows of. Oh wait, this one hasn't been opened. Okay, I cannot do that one like that. This one is called. This one is called, and I always rub my. Okay, like so when I do my oils, because it's putting my energy back into the bottle. Like so instead of shaking them, I do this. Just a little witchy tip. This one is called Fallen Angel. Can't really see it, but Fallen Angel Elixir, or yeah, Fallen Angel Elixir. And it is a tincture.
Oh,
You,
you can
yes,
it's edible.
it's helping you. So like if I was to um, do an invocation or work with something or scry or whatever, the tinctures now they're made with I think these are I don't know if it's bourbon, but I know that some of them are like vodka. I think maybe it's one of the heavier, but it's not much. You can't hardly taste it. She puts a lot of herbs in there that, like this one has a lot of clove. You can taste the clove in it. Um, so you don't really taste the alcohols because I know Melvin would be like, oh no. And it's literally what you'll do is you take, like this one's for astral travel.
Oh, Melinda. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
shush.
I think Niema should purchase this one because she
Yeah,
has
this one
her
helps you with
astral
it.
traveling. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, this helps you with that. And then you just literally take, like you can do like start off with like 4 or 5 drops. But yeah, and they don't taste bad. There are some out there that like, so my friend like, hers is the one that Belladonna, but botanicals. Hers tastes good. I've had some. It's like, oh, that's just alcohol, honey.
Well,
I
but the
mean,
alcohol is there just to preserve the herbs,
yes,
and to carry over the
yes,
information. So it's
yes.
not to make you tipsy. So yeah.
Yeah, so
Uh,
there's, see, the oil you made would be a good one. See, like I do have one that's a fly-in oil, so you do not drink this one. This one's literally like okay, like the one I call the segment oil called um, Artisma flying oil. So the flying oils, like the flying oils, if you've ever heard of them, they have so many different uses, but um, they can be astral projection, they can be scrying, all kinds of things. And this one's you actually like I'll put it on my wrist, behind my neck, on my third eye, on something I'm working with. Um, but the other ones are all tinctures. I like them. Um, I think so far my favorite. Now the astral travel has helped me remember a bit more. So I will say that but I only take that right before bed. I like the fallen angel a lot. I have not used the triple lotus,
the
and I
triple
have not.
lotus sounds like a kung fu move.
It is pretty too. It's like a pretty little wrapping. And there, see what's neat is she has one of those little sealers, so she seals everything, vacuum seals it. And the other one I have not tried is, and I need to use this one. I may actually use this tonight. Shadows of the Nightshade.
That
Because
sounds like
Lilith.
eyeshadow or something.
Oh, Nightshade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, so I'm going to be working with Lilith for some of my stuff here soon, and Astarte. So,
Have fun with that. um,
at least I'm not frightened. Used to Lilith, like, had me a little bit scared, I guess.
yeah,
I don't
it's
know. What
just
else do you say it?
well, yeah, it's just her energy is weird. Or well, again, I think it could be different for everyone. For me, it just kind of appeared a little hypnotizing and like a snake or something.
Ooh,
Very
yeah, I, like you said that, and I'm going
yeah. So
while you're saying it.
she's an interesting one.
Look at me, Melvin. See me,
I'm not looking
Melvin.
at that screen, unfortunately for you.
Well,
Uh,
and she is banned, so
yeah, and Lilith is banned, so she can't come to my neck of the woods,
That's
which
that's
okay with.
hilarious.
Um, but going back to just this weird year, and
Yeah.
even though it's a crummy year, like it's just no way around it, it's a crummy year. There's still odd spiritual awakenings, enlightenment,
Oh.
and like I was saying, Angie, like I've seen it with you, just like completely open up to where I think you're becoming more empathic and just able to pick up on things, which is pretty freaking cool in some sense, annoying in another sense. But
no, it's not annoying for me. I want more, more. Give me more.
um, and you're working with are they they're like tarot cards. They are oh gosh, words. What are they? I don't know. What are they called, Angie?
You mean these?
Yeah. What is it called? Like
Symbolon?
thank you. Is the symbol? Are they a type of oracle card? There we go.
Well, as it says on the packaging, it's some sort of a deck of remembrance, and they said that you can use it for a past life readings,
Okay.
but it doesn't really work for me that well, or it doesn't really work for a standard type of readings. But as Bonnie know with Sekhmet and now with the spider, I'm picking up something with these guys.
Yeah.
So
You're tapping in without. I don't even. What's crazy is I don't think at first, but I think what it is what she's realizing that she is tapping into something. This is how the spirits, like, so let's say Sekhmet Maybe Segment's trying to get her attention as well. Maybe Arcan is trying to get her attention because it's like, we're going to throw out these little biscuits. We're going to let you tap into something you have no clue what's going on. And you're going to nail it so hard on the head that you send some crazy person on a, like a 5-hour rabbit hole journey. And then you're like, next thing you know, you're not hearing back from them because they're in the rabbit hole somewhere. I was lost. I was lost in the rabbit hole.
So curious. I
kept saying, I said, she's going to be thinking about, well, was I bad? What happened? And I could not even stop because what I was doing, I hit a YouTube video of this, and I cannot remember her, Lady of Bones, I think Lady of Bones, and her whole video was on it. And it was like, she had actually a series of videos on it. And I'm going, holy shit. What? And it was like, I asked a question that was just kind of open, which I don't normally do because I always, like I said, you want to try to ask a direct question. But it was kind of the same kind of question I asked with the whole Segment thing. And it was like, all right, it's weird. It's like they're using, it's almost weird. It's like they're using Angie's channel.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think she might have
She's
some
channeling them.
ability.
Oh, absolutely. Just because the picture might look, to me, that picture would have looked like a widow or a sad lady, like the spider, for her to see the spider on her head. Do you have that one out? Could you pull that one out?
Oh, yes, I can.
Because it was so weird. She saw spider. She saw this, and it was so clear to her, and it was like, she's like, well, the only thing, and it was funny because she could not get anything other than the spider widow. But it was all about.
It actually made me very amused because I was like, okay, with the Segment, we had lots of cards, all right?
Tons of info. Yeah.
And right now it was just this one, and it was like, it's laughing at me like, okay, you are not getting anything else, just this one card. So this is the card. So you can see the regular widow, right, weeping. And when you look at her...
I love how she says weeping. I'm sorry. It is so cute. I say it one more time. It makes me happy.
Oh, my God.
This is so cute. Beep. It's like she says beep, beeping. I can't do it. It's so cute.
Okay, weeping.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, so just look at the card and look at her head.
See the little veil? Okay, but to her, she kept saying the spiders. I see it now, but I wouldn't have probably seen it that way. But it was a message that was so directed towards what I asked.
Yeah, and I still see it. It's like a daddy long leg sitting on her head.
See? And dang it, I wish I could show you the picture that, so like I said, one of the things that I decided to pull into this protection thing is going to be spider silk. And so, yeah, you can't, like, spider silk is, like, it's just not everywhere. But there was this one lady on, there was a couple, but there was one lady in particular, on Etsy, and it was like, boom, I was sent to the right person because I was sent to the right. Okay, so basically Angie gave me this code word, the spider, this black widow, this spider woman, this, anyway, so that led me into this YouTube hole, whatever. And the lady, and I watched all these videos that this lady had, and I'm like at work. And I'm going, oh my God, like this is crazy. So from the Lady of Bones videos on YouTube, I went to, that's when I went to Etsy. And I kept looking through silks. I couldn't find it. And then all of a sudden I saw these two branches. Like they're they're like thicker twigs, but they're not real thin. They're like sticks about this long, and they're wrapped tons and tons of spider silk all the way around it. And with the dirt, with the with the like probably bugs that are trapped inside. They were done the way she found them, and yeah. So because it can weave, like she's a weaver. And what do you weave? You can weave your future. You can weave protection. You can. I mean, Arcan, these spider goddesses, the dark goddesses, the spidery ones, they're very interesting. And they're not like, okay, and this was one of the things that Lady of Bones had said. It's not like like Sekhmet was really particular about her altar. She wanted this. I had never even, well, I have seen a pomegranate once in my life, a real one, but I was able to go find one and buy one, oddly enough. It's not something that people around
I'm
here
sorry.
really.
Did you say you've only seen one pomegranate?
Well, two now.
Well,
okay, Melvin.
I have two in my fridge right now.
This one's for you. I can't let them all.
Just saying.
No, I mean, like, it's just not the things we ate as kids. And I guess, but I never really saw them in the grocery stores. But I ran into that one. If she wanted, Segment was very, very vocal. Arcan, or the dark mother or the spider goddess. She's way more primal. So when she doesn't react or respond to food really. So that's interesting. And it makes sense though, because it's like, what do I need that? What are you spitting that shit out for me for? And it's more of an information. It's like she's just there to help you. It's quite interesting. So this one's going to be a fun one. I know that Segment made me almost physically crazy by the time I was done.
So
thank you, Angie.
Yeah, Angie, are you gonna offer your services publicly? Because I think you got something going. Because you even picked up on Pearl, which was interesting. I don't know if I told you that or not, Bonnie, but I asked Angie for a reading, and I think she was able to pick up on Pearl to where, and I hope you could always say, "Shut up, Melvin," but she this was gonna stick with me forever. She said, "Oh my gosh, it's just so much love here. It's love, love, love," to the point where she couldn't figure out what type of love. It wasn't.
It
was
weird. Beyond universal. It's beyond unconditional. It's
Yeah, it's just something that we.
It's like
on this physical plane just can't
do not fathom. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I know that energy, and it's yeah. Well, you got that creepy guy too.
What'd you say,
and for me, the most interesting fact about the reading for me was that I started crying. I had a very good mood and everything, and I'm dealing these cards and reading them, and suddenly I see so much love, and it was it almost felt like each card represented like different life or something, and she was with him on every single card, and I felt such a strong emotion that I started weeping. This one is for you, Bonnie.
Damn
weeping.
Yeah. I love it though. It's like, what else was it the other day that somebody said, because of course they're not from America, and it's like, what did they say? They said, I can't remember. It was a W word, and of course it's like the V sound. And I'm like, that's so cute. I'm Bonnie Woodruff. So sorry. I love it though. I love the pronunciation of weeping.
Yeah, because the problem is that in my language we don't really pronounce double V and the normal V in two different ways. We just do it.
W.
Yes, okay, W.
Look at a W. Look at a W.
Yes, it's double V. Yeah, so W.
Two V's.
It's just I never heard it sound like that before. That's interesting.
I'm sorry, it's okay, so it's almost 3 a.m. here, so what do you want from me?
She is going to have all kinds of dreams tonight. No, I better not say that. And if she wakes up and be like, Bonnie!
Oh, don't worry. I have really weird dreams like every single night, so it's okay.
Oh, have you? See, that's pretty crazy. Look at this. I'll show you my abyss. Ow! I just hurt myself. I got attacked by a. There we go.
What is it?
This is the abyss dirt. Where we go? And see, it's actually ground pretty fine. Now I'm gonna take the big chunks out and shit, but because you can't really stick those. I may actually stick those ones to something, or I may just actually keep those to keep things charged. I don't know yet. And tonight I will be not anointing them. I will be. There's a word for it.
She made the appearance.
Hi, kitty. I'm sorry. We're all kitty like in
and look at her. She sits there like a freaking Egyptian statue.
I'm telling. We were talking. I know. I noticed that too. We were talking about Sekhmet. Yeah.
And she oh wow, this is really unlike.
That's not
Sweetie.
like her. Yeah, it's not like Sweetie at all. What you see, baby girl? She's being really chill.
Yeah,
like up there by Melvin, though. Like, yeah, she's chill, but she don't ever hang out. Now you're making her run away.
Well,
now she's running.
God, you blew it.
You just ruined it. She was gonna stay.
Oh wow. She'll...
He's like, I can't.
Well,
Melvin was like, I can't share the screen. I can't share the screen.
Definitely. Yeah. She's taking my spotlight.
No, that's crazy. But I can't wait though, because like right now, Angie, things are so moving crazy for you right now. You really should just, I don't know, like if you're hearing different like herbs or herbs, or different things that you need to be putting together, start writing them down, because I would say there's a big chance that they're not just offhand coming to you.
Yeah, I mean, you're already marked some herbs that came to me, kinda, and it's for oil for Melvin.
Ooh, I want to know.
Well, it's just money thing and abundance and good luck and stuff like that. But it was very interesting because I went for nuts. I didn't. It sounds really weird because I was just checking the list of ingredients. Like I just read through the bunch of herbs and ingredients, and I was like, okay, I want nut, and I like pecan nuts or pecan. How do you pronounce it, Melvin? Pecan. Yes. Okay.
Pecan. Yeah.
Yeah. Then some walnuts.
I do want to say it is pecan. It's not pecan. All right.
Pecan.
So
I don't say pecan.
People in the South. What are you talking about? It's pecan. No, it's pecan.
I don't call it pecan.
No, you have sense. So just have to.
Thank you.
I do love pecans.
I love it.
Those things are delicious with a little bit of salt and honey. Oh my gosh.
So I hope you won't be eating my oil.
Well, you never know.
Well, it's going to be in the coconut oil, unrefined coconut oil. No. So yes.
Do not worry. I won't.
If you can get your hands on Dittany of Crete, that one is really, really, really good for manifestations, bringing things to fruition, all that. I actually got some recently, or it will be coming to me.
And are you going to do some sort of money? It's manifesting.
Money. Swim in it. Yeah. Okay. So when she makes this oil, there's like, okay, this is what my one friend, he wrote a thing. He's like, you rub it on your wallet, rub it on your dollars. Like if you have loose, I rubbed it on my freaking debit cards and scratch offs. Like when I normally don't buy scratch off lottery tickets, but I happened to that day, and I'm like,
Okay,
I think I won
I'm
my
happy
money.
you
I won
said
my
that
money back.
because my mind went totally elsewhere. So
What else do you scratch off,
no, don't worry
Melvin?
about it. But I was in the wrong time zone on that. Okay.
I feel like not Patrick. Huh?
Yeah, don't worry about it. But it makes more sense that she said the scratch. Yeah. Okay.
I I'm afraid that might have been perverted.
So, all right. Anyway, yeah.
Look at me, me and Angie are being this, me and her being straightforward, and he's looking naughty right now.
No, it's just I just thought the wrong thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Obviously, I was
But she was very upfront
with
what
it.
she said. She said, yeah, she
There was
said
nothing to
the
confuse.
scratch off lottery ticket. Like, what else
And
can you
he's like, where is
imagine?
he thinking I'm scratching off?
So.
Melvin?
Oh God.
He's laughing so hard. Oh my
Okay, I'm good.
god. Mhm.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I was just.
What
I
am I
That
scratching, Melvin?
it's not what you think, but it's certainly not what
It's
I.
probably much worse, Bonnie. It's much worse than you think.
If it's,
Oh,
I hope it's not my booty hole, because that would be
oh, no.
not fun.
What is wrong with you? No.
I work at a mental health institution. Okay, people
So what?
actually
Are you
do
trying
that
to say
there.
that the people with some
Oh
issues
no
are
no
rubbing off on
no
you?
no
I mean,
no. But you know what I'm known for? Okay, so like we have an innocent new person that starts work out there. I shouldn't be telling this online though, because then it
yeah,
would
you
like
probably
ruin.
don't want to do this.
No, it would just spoil my plans. But it is quite funny, so I might share. And because shit, but this has been a shitty year. Maybe make everybody laugh. Cause okay, so we have one client. Well, we have more than one of them that do it, but one that's everybody knows he does it. He sticks his hand in his pants and it's straight up his booty, doing whatever, and then he'll go and try to shake hands with everybody.
Ah.
No.
And so, like, we'll be walking down the hall going, and I won't ever, like, get near him. I'll straight. And I'm not a mean person, but no, you keep your booty hole hands to yourself. And so I will, when we have a new person, like a new employee working with us, I'm like, oh, he wants to shake your hand.
Oh,
And
that's
they fall
so
for it.
mean. That's so
I think it's genius.
mean.
They always shake his hand and they're like, ah, Bonnie, you did it. And they'll tell them this, like, my coworkers will all start laughing. You need to wash your hands, like, really good with, like, boiling hot water. They're like, why? It's like, she just got you.
That is so mean. You
Mhm.
know,
Well, but it can be something like initiation ritual
an
for new
initiation
employees.
ritual.
You know.
Oh, get out
Thank
of
you.
here.
It is.
That is so
It
mean.
is. Hey, now, I've been the only girl working with guys for so long. It had to rub off a little bit. They initiated me, not like that, but I fought back well.
Oh man, if you did that to me, I'd be so mad. I'd toss your little
I
butt
wouldn't
in
do
the
it to
dumpster.
you, but now, like, okay, let's just say most of the people I end up working with are very well deserving of shaking a butthole
Okay.
booty hand.
All right. So little.
Fair enough, because I wouldn't do it to somebody nice. I'm not that horrible. I'm horrible, but I'm not that horrible.
That's
Oh, and
pretty
it's
bad.
and dude, he don't care who he's scratching his ass. But they're not. They're like some of them are straight crazy. Some of them are just not mentally well to take care of. Like, I don't know a nice way to put it, but they're like beyond like Down syndrome. Beyond that.
Yeah.
Well, we call it nonverbal, like they don't speak with words. It's sad to see some of this stuff out there. And this guy is, though, it's just like, And I feel bad for him because nobody wants to touch him, obvious reasons. I like that's one of the things that I tell the people that actually work on the homes that work with those people. I'm like, you guys are honest blessings to the world because that job is not for everybody. And like really like big kudos to people that actually can do that because my hands, my see, my thoughts are just with his hand up his booty hole, and I just couldn't handle him. I'd be like, stay away. No, 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 too close. Just stay over there. I'll get a hose and we'll wash you. And that's like I'm being honest. It's I don't no. I don't, but I gagged changing my own kids' diapers. I did. Everybody thought that was weird.
No, it's
but I
not
did.
weird. That just means you're normal.
I get, but like everybody thinks that mothers are like supposed to be like, oh, this doesn't smell at all. I'm like, I would have to like get myself like in this weird mental place, like, yeah, I can do this, and I'd be the whole time like sick. Like everybody would laugh. They're like, I had a nurse walk in while I was changing one at a doctor's visit once. And she asked my sister-in-law, is she for real? And they're like, yeah, like she's super weak stomach. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm for real. Do you smell it? It's bad. I can't.
Giving me flashbacks of my old job at Club Sport.
Oh, you worked at, did you not work? Yeah, you worked at a daycare, right?
Mm-hmm, childcare.
Oh man, isn't it bad? Especially if it's not your own dirty kid.
Oh, well, I always got out of changing diapers, so.
How? I know. Everybody, like, if they smell one, everybody bails.
Again, I'm just going to say my boyish charms got me out of it.
Oh, okay. Man,
he
like,
was probably paying his coworkers, like, you know what, just change this diaper for me.
See, Angie, you work now. Do you ever work with little? See, one of my best friends, she's worked with. Well, she's got high school kids. She's an art teacher, but like last year, she had like little kids, elementary, even pre-K, like the little bitty ones, and she's like, I can't do it. These kids are shitting themselves. And she don't have kids, so it's truly hard for her. So, do you have those moments, or no?
Well, the thing is that we were planning to start teaching small children, but I told my boss straight away, like, I can do like 3-year-old kids and older, but I'm not doing like 1-year-old kids or 3.
Let me tell you, 3-year-olds will still shit themselves, just saying.
Well, never mind, but at least they can talk, you know, and I will tell them, like, go to the potty, you know, and Shoot, but the small ones, first of all, the tiny children are really intimidating. I'm afraid of them because I don't know what to expect from them because they don't speak all that well and are unpredictable, and I just don't like them.
No.
But the older kids, like 3-4 years old, they are cute and they usually love me immediately. Like they see me and they fall in love with me, but it's like, okay, it's one-sided relationship. I'm nice to you, but I don't love you, kids.
Oh man, see, my kids, they were like, honestly, mine were really cute when they were like 3, 4, like, and they've always been pretty kids, but it's just like, I don't know, because I worked at a daycare before I had kids, and I don't know why I ever liked kids before, because the older I've gotten, the less I like them. I do. I tell mine, it's like, don't worry, I don't need grandkids ever. Please don't. They smell bad. And look at the world. But no, I don't know. Like, they just smell bad.
Yeah, you know? the tiny babies, like the newborn babies, they have this weird, the milky smell on them.
Yeah. Oh, and
it's like a sour milk, or I don't know how to describe it, but it's
like they're not
it as well. Yeah.
Well, I don't know where this conversation is going, but I have to turn this shit around. So, let's go from one weird alien-looking thing to weird alien-looking things. Bonnie, this was a big year for you when it comes to accepting that you may or may not, pretty much you are, being visited by extraterrestrials.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So,
Yeah.
let's just go back there. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's funny because demons, like you said before, don't scare me. Ghosts don't scare me, but it was like that. These guys are so different. I'm like, my little bit of like my Palo Santo, my, my say, that shit's not gonna work. Like, what is this, Palo Santo? I'm like, no. So it was very, very intimidating at first. Sorry, Ghost is wanting to say hello.
hello.
um, there you go. Now go. Shoo. Um, but yeah, I guess I've just kind of taken it in stride. Sometimes it's a little more intense than others, but for the most part, I guess I would say I've been luckier than some. Like some people haven't. Like I'm not all ready for the long fingers, seeing all that stuff, and I had a hard enough time with ET as a kid.
Oh my god, especially the scene when he's dying and he's white. That's the scariest
What? Looks
moment
like
of
a dried up dog turd. Yes.
that's
Yes.
the scariest moment of my childhood. Like, oh my god.
See, she gets it. She gets it. Oh my goodness, somebody else knows what I'm talking about. And that long extracting neck. Like, why did it grow? Why did his neck grow? How come? Like, why can't we
Well,
do that?
perhaps he was aroused, you know.
Oh gosh.
Is it gonna give you a head?
Anyway,
Okay.
you have been
Ba-da-bum.
a little bit luckier than most, especially because you're not just visited by grays, which is pretty
But see,
rare.
those are the
In this
scary ones.
They're not scary,
Yes, they are.
usually, Americans or just people on this side of the world, we get grays, but you have just a buffet of them visiting you. But more than that, it's Arcturians on top of that, which, they're supposed to be the oldest in this
To be
galaxy at
fair,
least. So,
though, I thought I just had a sexy Lords of the Ring guy in the back of my car with me randomly. But,
yeah,
yeah.
I will never forget that. And then, oh God, I wish, again, if you want to see Bonnie's reaction, you'll have to check out the Yapping at Midnight. It is on
Yeah, that one
Facebook.
was wild.
When we may have made the discovery that
Oh,
one of her
yeah.
guides could actually be an alien as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point, but it was very funny because she's always been the most particular and careful around me, like tiptoes with me because she don't want me to regress or digress or whatever it is. So when it came to handling certain situations, like when doing readings, even like handling right situations, if I was doing a reading for somebody, she was like tiptoe because she didn't want it to throw me back to where I can't do this anymore. It makes me remember memories of my own that I can't handle. She's very careful. And so knowing that I was so fearful of freaking ET, like she hit it very well as a nun.
I mean,
I
it's
love it.
and the thing
The
was though.
irony of that.
Oh yeah, that's just freaking hilarious. The thing is though, and I think this is what caused me to really like try and figure it out was her eyes. That's why I
Hmm.
think that was what I asked you. Have you seen her eyes or something like that?
Hmm. Yeah, and it was like I can actually. It's very funny because it's like a star.
Oh, that's a horn. So,
Guys, welcome to the city.
I wonder when the ice cream truck will
oh, don't
arrive.
say anything because he actually has not come today, so he could show up at any second. That prick.
So if this is an eyeball, wait. I got to see. It's a diamond shape.
There we go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember speaking of that, and I don't remember how long ago it was, and I think you've actually had that picture up on one of the or one of your streams before, but where my eye actually was shaped similar to that,
Yep.
and I was crying.
Yeah.
Things
So
like that. When I scry, things seem to like. Well, I've had that, and then I recently, like Angie was like on when that happened when I was doing the smoke scrying with Sekhmet. She said like my whole face would morph. And after it, one of my eyes, I took a picture after that, and one of my eyes is still black and the other was blue. I didn't realize it until much later, and I'm like, what the hell's going on with? And I look and I said, my eyes, holy shit! One eye was still black and the other had went back. It was weird. But yeah, Angie watched that happen.
Yeah,
that's
I think I showed Malvin the little picture I made, like how
Oh,
kinda
mhm.
I saw you, but that was very interesting. But yeah, you definitely looked like something Egyptian mixed with
like you said, that
like
nose
Persian. Yes, the you had the nose shape,
person,
like
interesting. Yeah.
mhm.
Well, and it's funny though, and and I don't know why, but one of the things that when you talk about Persian and then you go back into what is the gypsy type magic? It's not like they're not gypsies. What is their nationality? God, I can't think of it right now.
Oh,
It's it starts with an A, I think.
and,
It's
well,
not Armenian. Is it
it'll come to
Armenian?
you later.
Yeah. Anyway, well, so like with real, like I've always been very much into real Egyptian magic because I guess you see all the scary movies growing up, but it was so powerful. That and voodoo. And it was kind of like, so it was weird how that kind of reminded me when she was describing that and showed me that picture that it was like, I get it. Like, and I could, like, it was very, very weird. I could feel something almost like feeling to seemingly pull me into that, this, like engulfing me in the smoke. It was so hard to explain. But, like, I feel like that's kind of where Angie, like, is teetering on that. I think that when she's explained some of her scrying, I think, you get down from there. Get down. Sorry. I've got a bad doggy. Sit. Sit. Um, I feel like that she is going to literally just kind of fall into it one day and it'll be all from there. She'll be fine. Like I feel like you're just like at the edge and it's like, I feel like you pull yourself back some. And I do it to myself still sometimes. What?
Well, it's
Sorry.
the same like with my hello. It's same as with my dream when I first made contact with General because of Melvin, and I was like, okay, so show yourself in my dreams. I really want to see you. I'm ready to see you. And
Right.
my whole freaking dream, I was speaking with Melvin and you in my dream, and I was constantly repeating, oh my god, I'm not ready to see him, I'm not ready to see him. Like my
Okay.
subconsciousness was simply saying me,
Okay.
yeah, that I am
Then
not
that's
ready. I think that I am ready, but deep down I am not ready.
you pull yourself back at that last moment
Yes.
then.
And then
Okay.
thankfully I had that last part of the dream when at least I discovered his name. So thank
That's
you for
awesome
that.
though.
Yeah.
Well, do you know his name or just general?
Just
I,
general, but I think we
you think you
made
know where
pretty
he, okay.
we made it
Gotcha.
pretty clear with the pendulum, and Melvin did it as well. So I think that's him. But again, he told me that okay, this is me, but don't call me like that. I don't want to be called that name with you, or sorry, by you. You know?
Oh.
And then I asked again, like, is it really you? Is it really you? And then the answer was like, okay, like, stop asking this. You just believe it or you don't
I,
believe it, you know?
I know
So,
you crack me up, but see, I think that's everyone when, especially when they really start out and you start to actually have these experiences.
just he wants a kiss.
Bye.
Not like that. Yeah. He wants a French kiss.
He loves me. But I think these experiences, when you really first start having them and you experience them, and they're kind of like blowing your mind away at times, right? I think it's like you're so overwhelmed, like you know it happened, you know you're not crazy, but yet though you want a little more proof that you're not crazy, which is yeah, it just
Yeah,
sends you on
you
this
know,
whole
something
loophole.
like what would be preferable in my case, it would be okay. I wake up one morning and I will have the name written on my wall or something, you know,
Right,
I because I want something big. I really want to be sure. I don't want to be crazy.
right, right. Okay, guys, I'm curious. Do any of you guys have predictions for the next year?
Oh, I hope you're not asking me about predictions.
Well,
Oh,
it's
if you
going to
do,
be a shit fest again. So
Well, I don't think so. I'm a little bit more optimistic.
yeah, Melvin. Last year, sorry, we were spending New Year's together last year on 2020, the beginning of 2020, and Melvin's prediction was this year is going to be our years, our years. Sorry, and
remind me.
Yeah.
look at where we
Well,
are
I
now.
did just say you're asking me about predictions, you
A
know.
prophet, you're not.
So
Yes.
You're not a prophet.
I never said I
Just
was
saying.
one. So, but saying that
I know, but
because we are at the end of the year, and I do kind of believe in this conjunction thing. Kinda. I don't think it's. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not gonna get naked and dance under the moonlight or something like that and say, "Oh, welcome," like some people, you
woo,
know. But I do think.
God, he just called. Did he just call? That was shade. Nice. Well done, Melvin. I'm so proud of you. A little bit of shade there.
Anyway,
Cute. It
I
looks good
do
on you.
think that that, and I was speaking to Angie about this earlier, but I do think that we're at the end of the Kali Yuga, and I do think that we are going to enter into some type of enlightenment and spiritual growth, and we're going to the Satya Yuga, which basically is the golden era. Do I think we're going to live to see the benefits of this? Yes. I actually do think that because things usually happen. I can't snap my fingers, but if I could, you know what? Thank you. Things. Oh,
I'm
okay.
not that loud. Miss Show Off over there. God. I can't. Oh, wait. I can't whistle. I can't whistle.
Oh,
That's what I can't.
we're in the same boat.
None of us.
I
She's the
can
best.
I can do this.
She can do the mommy mad whistle.
But what was I saying?
Kali Yuga, and then you
Oh
said
yeah,
what's
so I
Yuga?
do think we're in the Seta Yuga, which you could it could be the equivalent of the age of Aquarius, whatever, which is a golden era. And sometimes these things they happen quickly. Like 2020 happened fast. Everything that could go wrong
Yeah.
went wrong. And I do think there is a turnaround. And I often feel that usually things are at their hardest before you finally get to that ending. And as much of a negative Nancy as I can be, and just, I truly do think that better things are about to happen. And we are actually seeing it right now if we look at the presidential election in the US, for starters. Uh, Now, I know I probably made someone who listens to this quite mad, but oh well. Um, but if we look at that, and if we do look at At us now, we're going to take more precautions when it comes to certain things. We are definitely going to be cleanlier, and we have the planet. It's healing itself in a very odd way. Where the ozone layer that was over Antarctica and mess, that giant thing, the hole in the ozone shrunk tremendously. So
Hmm.
I do think there are positive things going to happen. I really do. It's just sometimes we get caught up in all the bogus mess, which is a lot, but once we're through it, we're through. And I believe that next year we're going to get the first stages of something better. I'm not going to say it's going to be the best year in the world, but it's certainly going to be better, and it's a starting point. And from there, I think because we're having a reset, it's going to help us choose which path to go. We can start over and we can choose, dictate, and go. We don't have this extra weight on us. We don't have to worry about that mess. So, yeah, next year, better year, new start, spiritual enlightenment, growth, and people will have a chance to improve upon themselves.
Right. So, do you think that things will just start kind of falling into place, or
Yeah, because it's happening. It doesn't seem like it, but it's happening. Things are falling into place. Like, let's put it this way. I'll get personal for a minute because you guys know that I've been trying to get one of these deals happening, and every freaking time some moron comes up and ruins it. But the craziest thing is that I've met real people from it who are opening the doors to other things, and I didn't even think was possible. Let's put it this way. I have a back door into Canada now. Thank God. So that's one thing. And each time a deal falters, and Angie, she's the one who pointed this out, I get a little bit closer to where it's like this is gonna work. And
yeah?
then like this last one, it was right there, and for some reason the guy just changed his mind at the last second. But the
Oh,
thing is, this time it wasn't any interference. It was just the guy just changing his mind, which is interesting.
oh
So,
wow. So it wasn't like the normal.
no. And it's like, oh, shoot, we're getting somewhere. And then, oh, that was the dog? Okay. I just heard some.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it's a truck or something. It
yeah.
sounded like a car.
I don't hear him but he makes these. Ugh.
Okay.
Yes.
Ugh. He'll. I'm used to it. Like he is like living with an old, gross man that just when he rolls over in bed or something like. Well,
um,
he's all laying down, chilling, and making.
Well, but
Yeah,
better this than farting.
he does that too, though, Ange.
oh.
Okay.
And then the thing with Angie, I won't get too personal with it, but she found a passion of hers, like which kind of came out of nowhere, but here it is. I mean, yes, it's still growing, and we're moving up the steps and everything, but it's freaking there. When before Angie, you straight up told me like you don't really know what you're passionate about or what you love, and then here it is, and you're doing it and you're growing it. It's the starting point.
Yes, I know, and I'm really happy for this. This is like really good thing that Corona brought. The change of my occupation, basically, you can say. But on the other hand, the financial situation is so bad with the other people that
Yeah.
it has impact on my earnings as well. So,
Unfortunately, sometimes
and
it's
I am,
like.
by the way, I am a teacher. I am a teacher, not a prostitute. Because it could sound a little bit weird. Like people are paying me for my services. Yeah,
um,
so I am a teacher.
what, sweet pea? And then Bonnie, look at what you're doing now. Bonnie, I gave you a reading. I don't know. It was closer to the beginning of the year, or maybe it was mid-year. I don't know. And I kept telling you, why aren't you doing anything to push yourself forward and market yourself? Now look at you. And
Yeah.
so,
And I never thought it would be this way. Like making magical products or making protection and spells and working with some amazing, talented, wonderful people at that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's
So,
been.
oh, my
And I
And,
back
told
is
you,
itching.
Bonnie, before, there's a spider probably climbing under your
Oh, don't say that.
hoodie.
I don't do spiders.
right?
But I think I told you, Bonnie, that you should start making scrying mirrors again, and here you are.
Yes. And I will need to send you one because, yeah,
And
because
Yeah,
you're
thank you.
scrying
And
now.
well,
Hmm.
I created my oh, just a moment.
Ooh.
Oh.
so, while this year sucked, it's just no way of getting around it. At the same time, little
This is my
pieces.
teeny tiny
Hey,
scrying mirrors.
I have a little tiny one too, and that's sometimes all it takes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't really use smoke or candles. Believe it or not, I like it like completely dark, and I love to have it like really close to my face, like as close as possible. And
Right.
I told Melvin like the darkness that suddenly envelopes you is
Hmm.
so nice and
Well, and that's
comforting
the
and
thing.
relaxing.
And that's the thing. A lot of people, like I was trying to explain to my best friend the other day. She was like, "Well, how do you scry?" So let's say, here we go. This is okay. Let's say this is my mirror. Let me see. Okay, wait. This way is the way it's going to be. All right. So, like, say I'm looking at this. This is my mirror, but you don't stare at the mirror. Really, technically, you kind of just stare, like a kind of like let yourself daydream. I guess you could say like you don't focus. Do not focus your eyes because if you're staring at something, you're not going to get anything. Um, you just relax the eyeballs. Let them
Yeah,
roll around in your head.
what I'm trying to do is
Dude,
like
I think that was my Bill Cosby. Ew, don't ever do that again.
like stare behind yourself, like don't look at you, it's go deep into you. And it's really really amazing. And also when I'm getting to the level of mind, I realized that okay, so at start I have it like this far, for example, and as I go deeper and deeper, I realize that I move the mirror closer to my face,
Right,
and
there you
it's
go.
almost and it's
Perfect.
almost like, oh my god, darkness, just take me.
Interesting. Okay, that's very interesting because now as a kid, I could never see these things, but you know the things that would have the 3D pictures, but it looked like a bunch of junk on a. It was
Yeah,
like a bunch
I
of
was
junk.
never able to read it. It was I like, what the hell?
Were you able to, Melvin? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
Like
have
the.
no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I doubt that you've probably seen. What's his name? God, it's like and shit, they're the dude. Okay, hold on. They were from a movie like they would stand in this like okay, it was the movie Mallrats where they were trying to stare at this poster and the poster had a hidden
Oh, you're talking
image.
about Jay and Silent Bob, or no?
Yeah,
Or
you know that. Okay, remember? Yeah, so you remember that image that they stared at for hours and hours and
never
hours.
saw the movie.
You've never seen that? Okay, it's a picture with a hidden image, even though it kind of just looks like a bunch of mess. It doesn't look like anything technically, but if you stare at it long enough, then the actual image. I don't know how. My coworkers swear to it. They can really see it. I think they're lying to me.
Well, Bonnie, my mom, she has a best friend, and I remember when I was smaller and my mom had a lot of these pictures, and I was like, Mom, I never see anything in it. And my
No,
mom was like, No, I don't see anything at all, or just a little bit of it. Her friend, she just grabbed the picture and did like,
there's this.
okay,
There's a lion.
and she told me like, okay, that's an Eiffel Tower, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is not it. Like, how can you see it?
See, so, and that's weird because you were describing looking at them scrying mirror, kind of like that. Like you stare off at it for a while, then you bring it.
Well, it's kind
Now
of
that
like
would be
pointing
interesting.
out constellations.
Well, and see that could be a whole new level of, and I may have to try and work with that technique and just see how that goes, because I've always just scried the way I do. But hey, like I've had you come up with some weird things lately that were very, very significant. So I am going to pay attention. That's interesting. But yeah, like so the picture for some people, I don't know how, but like my coworkers is like, that's a lion. Look, he's looking at another lion, and there's a hawk, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
hate you.
yeah, and I just see like a bunch of sand or some gritty something, you
I
know.
just see mess. I
Yes.
see digital explosions. They're lying. They're lying.
So
There's no way they see something.
we are going to need to wrap it up, but before we do, actually, because Ginny and Leash are here,
Hey,
Bonnie
Alicia.
or Angie, would you guys like to pull some cards for them?
We can, like, you pull for one, I'll pull for one. Let me grab my card.
Angie?
For
Well,
sure.
I just look at my picture, my screen there, and I see that my eyes are shrinking more and more, and I'm starting to fall asleep. Like
They're
literally.
shrinking. You're so
Yes,
cute.
I have this problem when I'm tired. My eyes disappear. Like
Well, let's.
we call that smoking marijuana over here.
You can
it's
still
not that. It's not that.
you can still pull a
Okay.
card for them. Like that would be cool.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so do you want to have, ladies, the symbol on deck or the regular tarot deck?
Let's see what they say. So, tarot or is it Symbolon? Is that what it's called?
Symbol on, yes.
Symbolon. Which one do you guys want? Oh, yes, that's right. There is a chat delay, so it's going to take a second. Cue that Jeopardy music.
Do 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 do.
Oh, I am so happy I set the screen up the way I did because I didn't realize I had my Facebook open and people could have seen all the private info.
Oh, that would have not been good.
No, but I have this set up the correct way. You see, this is why I do stuff ahead of time.
You smart.
So, but this setup though, it will be leaving. This is the last time I'm using it. Oh, and Narissa is also there, so
Okay.
if we could pull some cards for her as well. So,
Well, so go ahead, Melvin. Like
so
it's three of
no,
us,
I'm
three of
hosting
them.
here. I have to focus on one thing at a time. So Angie, to answer your question, they don't care which either deck you feel is right.
Well, I don't know
Well,
who I.
screw you, ladies.
Okay,
You don't.
so-
You are not getting anything.
Well, I've gotten somebody, and I feel like they're gonna know who this is. All right, somebody has gotten the Page of Swords. It's not the first card that popped out, but I'll show you in a minute because I feel like the first card that popped out is my shadow card, meaning, there's some hidden stuff going on behind the scenes. All right, Page of Swords, which is, we've gotten some bad news. It's usually like it's kind of got that heartbreaky feel. Somebody has stabbed you in the back. You're hearing possibly rumors, and you kind of got your guard up. And the rumors have been bad. It's like the Tower card, all right? And I do not know why, but this card, all of a sudden, it feels like it's a bunch of fairy tale nonsense. I love these cards. The Crystal Visions is one of my favorite decks. Yet, I'm like, even though it kind of has that fairy tale look, but that's the first time I've ever had fairy tale associated with these cards. So it's like it's a bunch of just made up bullshit and lies, okay? And the card that fell out first, and I feel like this is kind of like you already know this and you just kind of need the confirmation to kind of ride the wave. It's the Knight of Pentacles, right? Stay grounded, because here we got the Earth card. You're going to come through the clearing, whatever it is that's going on, or whoever this person is, they're going to out themselves, as I feel like, right?
I know who that's
Um,
for.
do you?
I do. It's not for me, but I know who it's for.
Okay. And so here we have the ace of wands. Okay. And the ace of wands, it's like it's coming, theirs is coming quick. Hold on. Okay, so new things, like it's really like they're like you're whoever this is, they're worrying over it. Not for, I wouldn't say for nothing, because when people talk and gossip and say shit that isn't true, it's fucking bullshit. It hurts. But if you just kind of keep striding through it, you're going to be fine, because literally you're going to come out on top. You're going to be gifted. Like with change, I feel like this is manifesting change. Good things are coming your way if you just keep writing this. It's almost like this is almost kind of like a test, to see how well you can hold on to your patience. With this red, I feel like they're going to get their. I keep hearing just desserts, which is weird because I don't use that phrase ever. But it's like they're going to get their just desserts. So whoever that's for, there you go.
Yeah, I know who it's for. Okay. Angie?
I'm really super tired, and I'm sorry my English is leaving me, so it may happen that I'm going to stutter and will speak nonsense.
She's good.
But I have two cards. Both of them popped out on their own, and I think they belong together. And again, I don't know for who this is for. But I used my tarot deck, my pre-Raphaelite tarot deck. So this is the card I got. So we have the devil over here. And then I shuffled my symbol on deck, and we have this type of person. He is blowing or
Move it to the right
playing
some, Angie. The right.
to.
There you go.
It's some sort of a person playing an instrument, and the crowd is following the person. And if you see here, there is a spider in the grass, and basically if you will step outside of the path, you will probably get bitten. And I honestly think that it kinda tells me the same message, because you are being controlled. I don't know for who this is, but if you see, there is a crowd blindly following the guy basically into the snake. And then you have, of course, the devil, and he's in control of the people. They are chained and not being themselves, because they simply just follow his orders. So I think that you are under like a very big influence of something negative, I assume. Perhaps you think you are in control. Perhaps you think that, oh yeah, they are following me, but no, they have you like wrapped around their finger, that you are just doing what they wish you to do, and it's not you who is in charge, unfortunately. So I assume you should really break the chain and just stop blindly following the people and really become a leader, or become responsible for your own self, I guess.
That's
Okay, so
interesting.
if it resonates, let me know. If it doesn't, don't
No, I
worry.
like that.
Oh
It's
my God, it's 3:47 a.m.
it,
You know, it's funny when you showed that devil card. I heard immediately like the devil's in the details.
yeah,
So like
because that was
details.
the Pied Piper, and it was about contracts and
Ooh,
not
interesting. Yeah.
fulfilling certain bargains with the Pied Piper, and so he stole their children. So very interesting. And with the devil,
Okay.
it's negotiations and stuff like that.
Okay. So the third reading, I'm. This is resonant. This is whoever it's for. This is very much, this is a Four of Swords. This is like, so the first card, the Four of Swords here, like in some cases, it's like kind of like this nightmare, or you're just wanting to relax, you're trying to get out. This is usually a peaceful card. Um, and here I still feel there is a bit of peacefulness in it. The Empress follows. So this is somebody that is, this is pregnancy. This is somebody that's had children, or that is pregnant, or is expecting, or wanting children. I think I know who this is for. A person that you've dealt with in the past. They have two different sides. We've got our air. Wait, here we go, Bonnie, backwards. We've got our air and fire and air. I try to do it backwards. I just don't let my brain won't let me. We have a person that is like quick to jump off, and okay, that's what this is. The two cards are both sevens. 7. You would think this is like a divine number. It's not, because they're quick to jump off and shoot off their attitude. This person is somebody, just leave them in the past, leave them in the dirt. You move on, because you've got more blessings ahead if you just let this person go. You will have your peace once you let that person go. There you go. So I think she knows who it's for too.
Okay. I'm going to draw real quick. And
Ooh.
wow, card fell out by itself. So I don't know if we'll keep that or not, but this is the Rackham Tarot. It's a bit of a darker deck, but I quite like it. It's really cool. And card that came out by itself is the Five of Pentacles. And
Nice.
evidently, I think someone is looking to have a little bit of good luck happening. And in this case, I would say that... what the heck? I'm sorry, someone just sent me a text. And I looked
Oh, wow.
over.
Okay.
So, but
Ooh.
I don't have my ringtone on, so you guys can't hear anything. I thought ahead. But anyway, with this Five of Pentacles, it's kind of sad with the old woman there walking by herself, a bit decrepit, and all of that.
Broken.
And I think this is just saying tough times are going to pass by, and you just got to tough it out for right now. But they're passing by. You know, it just takes a minute, and unfortunately, we can't always see that happy ending. But tough times are passing by. It's going to go away. If you're struggling, it's leaving. It's going to say adios.
I've got interesting. So I feel like this is the new year. You kept mentioning it, Mel, and I think you brought this into fruition. Let me see what else I get.
Okay.
This is, I feel like, a kind of like a idea of what's going on with the world coming up, because the card that came up is the card of Aquarius, the star card. Is that not interesting?
And that's also Pearl's card.
So, heartbreak, things like that, Three of Swords, things that have just beat you down, disappointed you. That one felt like it was trying to come out. Ooh, justice will be served. I feel like you're going to be the manifester of your own justice, though. Like not like in a vigilante type of way. Eight of Pentacles, you're going to be bringing it forth. Your hard work is going to bring that forth. Okay, and the Nine of Wands, it's going to see you through some of the times that have been really rough. And this, with that movement, there's that air vibe again that, it just seems like we've been just blowing in the wind with all of this hard times this year. The Nine of Wands. So this is like, I feel like for everybody in general, So like we'll bring forth interesting. So the Five of Pentacles now. There we go. And didn't you have that too, Mel?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's very significant when you get okay. The Five of Pentacles, like in my deck, it's finding peace and comfort. See how they're comforting each other even though it's cold? They have each other. So, okay. Gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude. Gratitude is going to that is going to be like a focus. Try to keep your mind and focus on that even when you don't feel very fucking grateful. Cue me because I'm bad about this. Because you're going to be manifesting and weaving and spindling shit with that attitude. Like you can make things become big just with your attitude alone. Any last words? Hold on. So, but I feel like it's going to be a beautiful year. We can have our justice. Like we can serve, get played out the things the way we wanted them to be played out, just by the way we act. Oh, the Knight of Cups will be strength. Okay, so we're going to have that knight, that strong, armored, and emotionally balanced part of us too. If we're able to get in and tune in with our gratitude, we're going to be a lot more emotionally balanced this year as well. So put your armor. Okay, oddly enough, I'm working with protection. So if you work with spell work or anything like manifesting, find a good protection for your emotions and your great gratitude. Find a way to, I would say, keep yourself upbeat. Okay. It can be as much as carrying a rose quartz in your pocket. It can be herbs that are good for that. Putting them in a little mojo bag. You know, put herbs, crystals, whatever, a lucky penny. If you're wanting to attract money, throw that shit in there too. But put these things on you that kind of, number one, a mojo bag, if you keep it on you, it's going to, number one, you're going to see it. It's going to remind you, right? It's going to be like that little putting a rubber band and popping it or a string on your finger. It is also, those things will manifest and draw them to you as well. So I feel like those, it's just kind of like, we're going to weave our own shit this year, but it's also going to have a lot to do with us, where we mentally put it. If we're feeling sorry for ourselves, we can have just as a bad year as well. But just trust me. Try to have a, I'm going to have to work on that one too, because sometimes gratitude is hard, especially when we feel like, well, what? We can't even buy toilet paper right now. You know what I mean? It's hard when you're facing some stuff like that. But keep yourself in there and things are only going to keep going up. So I hope that helps.
Okay, and I think that's a good spot to end it. And now I remembered something else I wanted to say at the beginning, but I couldn't. So for those listening on iTunes, Spotify, or whatever podcast app, um, if you actually want to see the show uncut, live, with everyone on camera or whatever, then you have to go to Unexplained Possibilities YouTube page and you have to subscribe to be notified and, of course, follow us on the good old social media and stuff. Otherwise, you will always get the audio version and the cut content. So, things that I edit out to save time mostly. So, if you want the full shebang, then you can only catch it on YouTube. Or if you want the Yapping at Midnight, that is going to be on our Facebook. And in order to stay on top when you know we're going to go live, you have to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. Those links will be in the description below. Also, I will be putting in links so you can yap with Bonnie some. And Bonnie, where can they go to yap with you?
Okay. You can always catch me at on Instagram at Texas_Gypsy_warrior. And at, you can always message me on Oh, I don't even know what my Raven Moon. Raven Moon Tarot, I think it is on Facebook. If not, Bonnie Woodruff. I right now, like there are days that I can add friends. There are days because my I've gotten to where I hit my I've got they limit you to the amount of friends you can add. So I add when I can. Um, but you can always message me. I'll get back to those unless they're like photos that are uncensored. I won't answer those. Um, also, you can always. I have. I think it's on YouTube. It's under Bonnie Woodruff right now. So yeah, there you go.
And also, because I know Angie won't do this, I'm going to. She has her own storefront, and we're still growing it. It is the Witch's Broomstick. How do you say that in your language, Angie?
Olieta Jose Medley.
Yeah,
That
that.
was a lot more.
So I will be putting that link in the description if you're interested in purchasing some oils or candles. And even though she isn't giving herself the credit she deserves, her mess is legit
It is. It is
and it
good.
is really good. So definitely
It's
look
good
into
stuff.
that. And the best part is she'll work with you. So you can't beat that. I
Let me
want to
tell you, it's good stuff.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Bonnie, Angie, thank you for coming on. Especially you, Angie, because you're just, you're
Thank
exhausted
you.
at the
Um,
moment.
I'm starting to hallucinate at this point.
Light.
And for the final time in 2020, remember, guys, there are things that go bump in the night. Go ahead and tell them hi.